Nomies, and welcome to the Have Knitting Podcast. My name is Christy. It is the 6th of February. I think I forgot to say what the date was last week. But yes, this is it's the 6th of February, which means on Friday it's the 10th of February and it's my husband's birthday. And then Friday week is my daughter's 11th birthday. How is it that they grow so fast, so quickly? I can still remember her when she was a wee little... Sorry. Today's going to be a really short show because I don't have a lot to show you. It is cooler today. It is raining. You might even get to hear some thunder. But we've had just atrocious heat again. So, yeah. I'm really, really thankful for the cooler weather though. It's been abominable. It was so bad over the weekend that I think I was not Saturday night, I think it was Sunday night. Saturday night, even though it was really hot, I did my nails. Sunday night was still really hot. And I think I watched knitting podcasts and knit vicariously through the podcasters. I just do, because it's stinking hot. Anyway, I hope you guys are well. If you are new, thank you for joining me. If you are returning, welcome back. I hope you guys are keeping well. I am. We are well and truly back in the school routine and it's fantastic. The kids have all settled in really well. For the most part, they're happy. I mean, we've had a few hiccups, but for the most part, everyone is really happy. And my 13-year-old is in year 8 at school, and she is just so excited about her English teacher. So every day that she has English, she comes home and tells me all about her teacher. So that's really fantastic. My almost 11-year-old daughter is giving a speech tomorrow to be house captain. So that's very exciting. She's using lyrics from, what's it called? I'll Tell You What I Want by the Spice Girls. We are so 90s in our house. The boys are settled in really happily at school. My almost 7-year-old son has got the teacher that I wanted and she's fantastic. So I'm so excited. Last year he had a great teacher. I was so excited about that, and this year again he's just got a really awesome teacher, so I'm super excited. And my almost 9-year-old son, and I say almost because we have birthday. I have an almost 2-year-old as well. It's just like bang, 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 bang. And yeah, so my oldest son is really happy. He's got 2 teachers that are job sharing, and they're both fantastic. My 4-year-old daughter is really happy back at preschool, and yeah, life has just gone on. Welcome 2017. It's just the heat. The heat is a pain, and I wish, you know, obviously you would know that in other countries they have snow days, and we've had one like here once. Actually, we didn't even get a snow day. We had snow, I don't think it was last year, it was the year before. And some of the schools got closed in the area. Ours didn't. Instead, all the teachers that couldn't get to their schools further up the mountain and beyond went to our school. So our school stayed open. Schools further down the mountains that had no teachers because they all live up that way were closed. But ours stayed open, and the kids had a ball that day. But we do have the very occasional snow day, but I wish we had heat days. I wish that when I was growing up, there was a rumor that if it got over 40 degrees, they would send you home. So, you know, there was that whole feeling as a student, especially in high school, that, you know, like on a really hot day, I just hope it gets up to 40 degrees and then they'll send us home or whatever. We've had days of well over 40, even, maybe not, like down in Penrith, like up over 45. I don't think it's gotten that hot up here, but they don't send you home, and they don't have air conditioning in the classrooms. The teachers have been really good though. Like I think my kids came home, was it yesterday? They came home, they got to run through a sprinkler or something. So they try and keep them cool, but it's just, I wish we had heat. I wish we had heat days. And saying that, this summer my kids just wouldn't have gone back to school. Except for maybe 2 days last week when it was a little bit cooler, and today and tomorrow because it's supposed to be raining again. Anyway, show. And here I am prattling on for like 5 minutes. Okay, so after last week, and I said that when I finish an object, I'm going to call it finally because it takes me so long to get through everything. I'm introducing theme songs. And yes, I cracked myself up. So, my first theme song is Hey Ho, because I have a hope. And yeah, I'm going to do that every time I have a hope. This is my bag of half-finished socks. Some of them you have seen, some of them you haven't. I am making it my aim this year to get through all of these. If you want to join in because you have some half-finished socks or pairs of socks or whatever, that you want to join in and finish off, you can use the hashtag Finish That Sock 2017 on Instagram, and you can follow me on Instagram as Knit with Jam. Knit with Jam, because I'm a jam consultant. So this is my slip stripe sock by Turtle Girl Yarn. No. The yarn is Turtle Pearl Yarns in the 80s t-shirt colorway that I got from her Art Fire store. The pattern is Slip Stripe Sock by Christy H. Payne, and I think she goes by as Turtle Girl 76, something like that, on Ravelry. So it's garter stitch toe. I didn't try and do a garter. I don't think I tried to do garter stitch grafting. I have no idea. It's the gusset decreases are on the sole of the foot. So yeah, it's done. I'm not a big fan of carrying the pattern down the heel. Maybe it's just these socks. I don't know. It's just not something that kind of floats my boat. As you can see. But they're done. And they fit. I finished these, I think, either Christmas night or on Boxing Day. I can't remember, but they're done. And I forgot to show you last week. So yeah. So I'm quite happy with that. They knit up really quickly, actually, thinking about it, because they just knit up really quickly. So, and it was funny because I was knitting these at my brother-in-law's place over Christmas, and I think I'd finished potentially I had finished the heel turn in the car, and I was just working down the sock. My brother-in-law was watching me, and he said, you know, a few minutes ago that didn't look like anything, but now it looks like a sock. It was hysterical. Just the look on his face, everything he said was just, it was priceless. So it's done. And I'm happy with it. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about that. So I do like the yarn. I like Turtle Girl yarn. Turtle Girl, Turtle Pearl. All rhymes, but they're very two different people. I really like the Turtle Pearl yarns. I have some of her self-striping yarn in, I can't remember the colorway, but I'm looking forward to knitting with that, and I might put it on my bucket list for this year. My knitting bucket list. I don't think I have a knitting bucket list, but anyway. My works in progress, and I do have a theme song for that as well. Whip it real good. Sorry. Yeah, you can expect that, Lena C, every episode, because I'm a lunatic. It's fun. I have fun. I have theme songs for everything. My personal theme song at the moment is Faith by Stevie Wonder and Ariana Grande from the Sing movie. If you haven't seen it and you've got kids, even if you don't have kids, check it out. It's so much fun. So much fun. Love that movie. And yes, I was sitting in the movie theatre dancing and singing along, and my I've got 6 kids. So it was my husband was sitting on the end with our toddler, then my 13-year-old, me, the 2 boys, then my almost 11-year-old daughter. Oh, sorry, my 4-year-old daughter, and then my almost 11-year-old daughter at the end. And we almost lost my 4-year-old that day. Because the theatre that we go, the movie theatre that we go to is up in Katoomba. And we go there because it's cheaper than anywhere else, and it's nice, and it's usually quiet. And but you got to walk up a considerable flight of steps. And because we were running late and they were super busy, it was the day after New Year's Day, and it was a rainy kind of day. Super, super busy. I've never seen it so busy. Like the ticket queue was almost out the door. I've never seen it that busy before. Oh, and there's a thunder. So we were running late. Got into the theatre like after the movie had started. But because we had, we were running late, we just kind of took off up the stairs. I was carrying the toddler. My husband was kind of bringing up the rear with the other kids. And our 7-year-old son has strabismus. So he's got a bit of an eye turn, and he is really good. Like, he's really pushed himself over the years to do a lot of things that his older siblings have done, which are really outside of his comfort zone. But he still kind of struggles a little bit and can be a little bit clumsy on stairs. So I'm pretty sure my husband was trying to make sure that he could get up the stairs relatively quickly. And we forgot about the 4-year-old. So we all got into the theatre. The movie had already started, found the best seats that we possibly could, where we could all sit together, sat down. Just had sat down, just got comfortable, still didn't realise that Adelaide was nowhere around. And then there she was, and at the end of the row next to my husband. I was completely oblivious. Like, mum fail, like epic mum fail, that I completely forgot about my 4-year-old. But she was really good. She knew where we were going. She just, I mean, it's a big flight of stairs, and she's just a little person and still struggles to get upstairs quickly because she's got little legs. So she had come into the theatre. I think she must have, I don't know if she saw us go into the theatre, or is she, because the opening scene is in the shorts, and we'd watched the shorts several times. So I don't know if she knew it was Sing because she could hear it, or if she saw us go into that particular theatre. But she saw us when we sat down, so she kind of bolted across the theatre and came up the stairs just as we all sat down. I'm so glad she found us. I'm such a bad mum. Anyway, it's what happens. So my husband and I were kind of fighting about that when we left, but it's just one of those things. And she's okay. We're all okay. Nobody called docs on us, or the police. Docs here in New South Wales is, or they're called FACS now, but they're like the child protection people. And she's okay, but I think next time I might just say to my 13-year-old or my almost 11-year-old, can you just make sure you've got her hand and just make sure she gets up the stairs safely? Because they're at least taller. They can see where we're sitting. But hopefully that will never happen again, because next time we won't be late for the movies. My husband didn't really want to go, so it was kind of hard. He was happy once we were there, but getting him out of the house? I think it was the last day of his holidays. He was a little bit, I just want to be able to sit at home and do nothing. I don't blame him really, but my 13-year-old was insistent that he needed to come to the movies with us. So, and I think he enjoyed it in the end. Anyway, back to knitting. Sorry, I'm just looking outside because it's just seeing what the weather's doing. A school pickup in about an hour. I don't want to go out in super rainy, stormy weather. That's awful. Absolutely awful. Especially because I've got to run into preschool. So I've got to get the toddler out of the car and we both get drenched. And then I've got to get back in the car with wet baby, wet 4-year-old, wet me. And then because of where I pick my kids up, they walk over at like there's a bridge that goes over the highway. They walk over the bridge. And they get drenched. Everyone gets drenched. And then we all go home smelling like wet dogs. And then I've got to remind them that they need to hang up their uniforms. Anyway. I started on the geometric cabled socks again. This is the second time I've started on it. The first time I started with my normal 64 stitches, but because of the cabling, it was too small. I was having trouble getting it over my heel. So I ripped it back, had a few conversations on Ravelry about the best way to navigate this, because I like knitting. I like the fabric I get. I'm knitting it on a 2.5 millimeter needle, which is what I usually knit my socks on. And I didn't want to go up because if you are a sock knitter, you know that the larger the needle, the looser the gauge, the less, the less dense the fabric, which means it kind of weakens the fabric and a whole range of things. So I really didn't want to go up needle size, because I'd be looking at a 3 or a 3.25 millimeter needle just to hit gauge. And so I decided instead, after discussing with some lovely people on Ravelry and figuring out the maths, to knit a 72 stitch sock on my normal 2.5 millimeter needles, but doing the medium cable. So I've put in some little stitch markers. I can't remember who I bought these from. She was local to me. I got it on Etsy, but she stopped selling them, which makes me really sad, because I really like these. And the only other place I found that do like really small little stitch markers, like the ring ones, are in the UK. So, and I think that fits up to a 3.25 millimeter needle. I don't know, but they're really tiny and I like them. So yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. I've made obviously really good progress, because I think I started this on Friday or Saturday. I love this cable detail. I really do. It's the Geometric Cabled Sock by Callisto Knits. I'm not quite sure what the designer's proper name is. But I'm sure if you put in Callisto Knits, I mean, even Geometric Cabled Socks is the first one that comes up. So it's a really lovely pattern. So I am knitting it in Olive May yarns. This was dyed by my friend Jen in the minty blue colorway. So I really like this yarn. I really, really like this yarn. I like, in particular, the color. If I was to knit this pattern again, well, I'm obviously going to have to, because I need to knit a second sock. But I would really like, because I've been doing the cables, because it's just twisted stitches. So it's just, you know, you're only moving one stitch around at a time, but obviously a lot, because the cable pattern goes across, pretty much across the whole front of the leg. I would really prefer higher sharps, just so I've got a sharper needle, a pointier needle to pick up the, you know, the stitch that I dropped, because I'm not using a cable needle. So I looked at my favorite yarn store and they don't have any in stock. So I think there's only one place online in Australia, pearlwise.com, that stock them. If you are Australian and you know somewhere else that has them, that sells online, let me know. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to get myself a higher sharp just to do the second sock, and hopefully it won't change my gauge too much, but we shall see. So I'm really enjoying that. I really, really love the yarn. Check out my friend's shop. It is Olive May Yarns on Etsy. And she's on Instagram as well as Olive May Yarns. The second thing that I've been working on is my husband's sock with the huge big gusset, heel flap and gusset. I'm actually ready to put the toe on, but because it's been so hot, I have no desire to try and get him to put it on his foot and do measurements and all the rest. So yeah, I measured it the other day. In comparison, I actually had to rip back because I actually knit too far down the foot. But but I think where I'm at is potentially the base of his big toe. So I'm just going to see where it is and go from there. So maybe next week, we've got another heat wave coming over the weekend, so maybe next week this will be finished. I did kind of have grand plans to finish it off last night, but he fell asleep and I ended up watching knitting podcasts and knitting on the geometric cable sock because that's what I wanted to do. Yesterday was a pretty yuck day. So, and once the cool change came through, I just wanted to do something that, I mean, not that I don't find this enjoyable, but because I'm up to the whole toe, why am I saying that knitting this would be any more difficult than the cable pattern? I am well and truly nuts, really, seriously, crazy. So yeah, so I might work on that a little bit tonight and get that toe done so that his sock is finished. And then I can start on the second sock. And I'm so excited to have been knitting him socks that I've found on Instagram, sorry, not on Instagram, on Etsy, I found Serenity themed socks. Well, I found 2 different Serenity, you know, like Firefly, the TV show, 2 different sock yarns inspired by Serenity and one inspired by Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. So I sent him messages on Facebook going, what do you think of this yarn and what do you think of that yarn? Because I would quite happily knit him another pair of socks in the exact same pattern. So that's my own pattern. It's just a simple rib. Yeah, and I'm going to knit myself a pair of socks in this very simple rib as well because I really like it. And the yarn is Knit Picks Stroll in black. I'm assuming it's just called black. And Knit Picks Stroll Tweed in the Flagstone Heather colorway. And I'm knitting them on 2.5mm zings and enjoying them. Really, 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 really enjoying them. So that's it for Whip It. Whip It real good. So yeah. Because it's been too hot. But I do have some Yarny Goodness to share with you, and I don't have a theme song for Yarny Goodness because I couldn't think of one. So my other friend Emma has been dyeing, sorry about the glare on the plastic, has been dyeing under the name Emma Louisa Clark. I think her Etsy store is still Knitter's Friend. I'm not sure she's dyeing at the moment. She's got a few things going on in her life, so she may have taken a bit of a break. But check out her store because she's got nice stuff. She sews up project bags and stuff. But she, towards the end of last year, sorry for all the clicking, she did, yeah, I'll just toss it to the side. She did a bunch of mini skeins, and I said to her, she posted a picture of it on Instagram, and I sent her a message and said, can you put one aside for me? And being the awesome friend that she is, because, you know, I'm doing that scrappy hexagon blanket series, I think it's called, CERYS. And I thought it would be nice to put some of these in that. And I didn't want to work on that before I had shown you guys. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different colors. They're all in lovely pastel-y sort of shades. And she was so sweet. She included a little list of all the different colors. So there's Mojito Mint Green Tea, Strawberry Dream Tea, Wow Watermelon Tea, Peach Passion Tea, Pomegranate Punch Tea, Hippie Hibiscus Tea, Sweet Chamomile Tea, Lavender Lass Tea, Raspberry Passion Fruit Tea, and Blueberry Bliss Tea. So it's the iced tea mini skein set. So that's so awesome, and it's so cute, and she wrapped it up with a ribbon and everything. So I was very, very, very excited to get that off my friend Emma, and to put that in my daughter's blanket. So yeah, so maybe next week I may, depending on the weather, depending on what happens in my life, I may be able to add that in. I'll show you some of that knit up. So it's like having a little bouquet of yarn. Oh, cool is that? I have a bouquet of yarn. If I was getting married again, I would so just say to my husband, can you just buy me yarn and I'll put that into a bouquet. Okay, anyway, that's it. Fellas, people, you're not fellas. That's it, lovelies. I call everyone fellas. I'll walk into a room and I'll just go, what's up, fellas? Because that's what I do. It's generally a room full of men, but anyway. Please don't unsubscribe just because I called you a fella. And if you're not sure what a fella is, it's Australian slang for fellow or mate or dude or man or whatever. And there's not that, I don't think there's probably that many Aussies that say it. It's just me because I'm random. Anyway, I'm going to go because like I said it would be a short show and it hasn't been because I've rambled. But I hope to see you all next week. I hope that you have an amazing week knitting and enjoying whatever it is that you're doing. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.